my favorite sentences that live in my head are rent-free. So, hindi sila nag-rent. So, free yan nakatira sa utak ko because very, very important life reminders yan. Number 1, fear does not stop death, but it stops you from living your life. Lahat tayo may fears. Lahat tayo may kinakatakutan, including myself. Lahat. Kahit gaano ka ka-strong, independent, stable, happy, lahat. Or even satisfied ka na sa buhay mo. Lahat tayo may fears. Kasi kung wala kang fear, there's something off about that. I used to think like that, na fearless ako. Tapos na-realize ko, ina-avoid ko lang pala yung emotions ko. It's normal pala to feel scared. But our mantra here is do it scared and deal with it later. Right? And if you haven't listened to that episode, please go back and listen to that one kasi it's life-changing. Lahat so far na mga bagay ginawa ko sa buhay ko na takot ako, wala ko pinagsisihan. And mga pinagsisisihan ko is yung mga hindi ko ginawa. It's always all or nothing. Kasi ano ba mawawala? Wala. Di ka malulugi pag tinry mong gawin yung mga bagay. Number 2, if it cost you your peace, it's too expensive. Either person, work, people, romantic relationships, ang dami niyan eh. Hindi ko na mabibreakdown yung gaano kadami yan. Basta if it's something na nagkaka-anxiety kayo, diba? Nade-depress kayo, or nagka-depression kayo because of that thing, scenario, work, person, it's time to say adios, goodbye, and move to the next one. Yes, nakakatakot, iwan yung mga bagay-bagay. And kasama din ako doon. Kasi ganun talaga eh, nakakatakot mawalan ng client, nakakatakot mawalan ng friendships, nakakatakot gumawa ng new set of skills para sa bagong job, nakakatakot mag-quit, but part ng life yan. Life starts when you finally stop saying no and creating boundaries for yourself and finally telling yourself you deserve better. Number 3 is people only see the decisions you made, not the choices you had. Always yan. Natutunan ko yan, grabe. Minsan, ang hirap tanggapin na ganun pala yung tingin ng mga tao sa atin. Kasi hindi naman nila alam eh kung ano yung mga choices na meron tayo nung nag-made tayo ng decisions na yon. It's very easy to judge others. Ginagawa ko din yon sa ibang tao kasi hindi ko naman alam ano yung naging choices nila, right? Ganun din ginagawa ng mga tao sa akin. Kasi life works tao eh, diba? Wala naman perfect na tao eh. We judge people. And we will always judge people. Kahit unconsciously natin ginagawa. Ganon din yung ibang tao sa atin. So when we think of others, always think na ganon din tayo sa iba. So we should learn to live our lives for ourselves and not for others. Number 4, never take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. Ako matigas ulo ko eh. Di ako nakikinig kahit kanino. Hindi talaga ako nakikinig kahit kanino. Parang ako, for me, life ko to, gusto ko to pagdaanan mag-isa. Gusto ko matuto mag-isa. Gusto ko malaman ano yung mga problema mag-isa. I talk to people. I have my trusted friends, my employees. Pero yung life decisions, gusto ko yun ginagawa mag-isa para hindi nako-contaminate yung utak ko. Hindi ibig sabihin nun, mas magaling ako compared sa ibang tao or may trust issues ako. It's just no one knows me better than myself. Yes, I sometimes seek for advice from people na alam ko smart talaga sila, may mas marami sa experiences. But at the end of the day, I have to live with my own decisions. So, kahit ano advice ibigay sa akin ng ibang tao, ako pa rin ang magde-decide yan. In short, no one is coming to save me from myself and my decisions. Ako pa rin yun. Either magkamali ako or maganda maging decision ko, ako pa din ang sasalo ng lahat ng consequences nun. Number 5, the magic you're looking for is in the work you are avoiding. So best example mabibigay ko niyan. Before, like ko ina-avoid yung emotions ko. Yung way ko na mag-escape, maging overproductive sa work. Work, or travel. Ganyan lang, or kain sa masarap, di ba? Tinatakasan ko lagi. But nung lumipat na ako ng Spain, na-realize ko, Angeli, no, we are not escaping this time. This time, we are facing all versions ng self ko. all emotions na tinago natin, all patterns natin, all traumas natin. Lahat yan if-face natin. So I always talk about therapy, and nagpa-therapy ako for almost 2 years. Parang pang third year ko na to, and 4 years na ako nakatira sa Spain. Kasi doon, ako lang yung nagsiself-regulate ng emotions ko, either good or bad. Kasi naman ako kasama doon compared to pag nandito ako sa Philippines, may mga tao nag-help sa akin i-regulate yung emotions ko. But when you are alone, wala kang choice. Kailangan mo i-save yung sarili mo sa sarili mo and sa sarili mong thoughts, right? Number 6 is, ships are safe in the harbor, but that's not what they're built for. So siguro, etong sentence na to, it's important because na-realize ko, yung purpose ko in life is not just to become a businesswoman. Hindi lang yun. Kasi yung 20s ko, parang I dedicated everything sa pag-work, business, and okay lang yun. Wala akong pagsisisi. Pagdating ko na 30s, na-realize ko, madami pa akong ibang magagawa. Madami pa akong ibang gagawin. Madami pang new doors na mag-open. Madami pang new opportunities, new people, great things, breakthroughs. Ang dami pa mangyayari. But first, I have to believe sa lahat ng bagay na to. I have to believe na hindi pa best yung mga nangyari na sa buhay ko. May mas best pang darating. Lahat ng heartbreaks, lahat ng things hindi nag-work out, redirection yun. Hindi yun yung final destination ko. Marami pang bagay na darating. Ambition without action turns into anxiety. So, ang tagal ko ng pangarap tumira ng Europe. In fact, pangarap ko maging European. Di ba parang ang weird nung dream? Pero hindi ako nahihiya sabihin na dream ko yon. Kasi may kanya-kanya tayong dreams. May kanya-kanya tayong standards in life. Then na-realize ko, what if ayoko pala magkaanak ngayon? Then gusto ko magkaanak later on in life. Gusto ko European sila. So lumipat ako ng Spain. Diba? Ako yung tao, go lang ng go. Then basta I'll deal with it later. So kahit anong mangyari, either magkaanak ako, or mag-change yung mind ko, or magka-family ako, or hindi. Kahit anong mangyari, walang lugi. Kasi makukuha ko pa rin yung European passport ko. Either way, if magbago man isip ko, walang lugi, right? So if you are someone na may ambition sa buhay, gawan nyo ng action. I really believe lahat tayo may ambition sa buhay. Kasi I met people, sinasabi nila, wala silang ambition sa buhay. Di ako naniniwala doon. Lahat tayo, meron tayong ambition sa buhay. It's just, siguro magkakaiba tayo if nag-take ba tayo ng action or hindi. Kasi yung dreams, pag hindi natin nilagyan ng action, even yung manifestations, parang wala lang siya. We have to take the actions. Even small, tiny lang. Magugulat ka na lang one day, parang nandun ka na, right? Number 8 is, to live a life most people don't, you must be willing to do what most people won't. Di ba ang lalim nun? Pero talagang tumatak yan sa isip ko. Generally speaking, everything is hard. But we need to learn how to choose our heart, di ba? Lahat naman mahirap di ba? Kahit ano pinaggalingan natin sa buhay, I really believe lahat ng bagay mahirap. Minsan, may mga naririnig ako mga perspectives na pag mayaman ka, parang wala na paghihirap. Feeling ko hindi din totoo yun. For example, yung mga mayayaman, yes, they have businesses, they have reputation, malaki din yung responsibilities nila. Hindi porket may pera or may privilege, walang hardships. At least that's what I believe in. Lahat kasi tayo, may kanya-kanya tayong hardships, di ba? And I don't know where ko to nabasa. Parang, life is unfair, pero fair siya. I'm not sure, pero I'm gonna do my research on that. Lahat tayo, may sarili-sarili tayong dreams, right? To live a life na whatever, in Spain, in the Philippines, magkaroon ng farm, maging doctor, ano pa, magkaroon ng business. But kailangan natin pagtrabahuan yon, right? Minsan, parang tayo na hindi instant yung success natin. Parang ang bagal ng progress natin. Feeling natin, yung journey natin, na stuck na tayo. Whenever we feel that, we always need to go back to our why. Bakit nga ba tayo nag-start, right? Especially pag entrepreneur na katulad ko, minsan, ang dami nangyayari. Hindi na namin na-feel yung buhay. Parang, may progress nga ba? Parang itong podcast na to, 5 years ko na to ginagawa. Minsan di ko na nakikita yung progress. Parang ang bagal. Then na-realize ko, if I want to continue this type of thing sa life ko, let's say I want to be a professor in Spain, parang nag-start na ako ng work if I want to be ahead, right? Next example mabibigay ko is, I'm 34. This is a superficial example lang. I've been working out for the last 13 years. Nung in my 20s, hindi ko siya nakikita eh. Yung discipline ko parang wala lang. Sabi ko, ano ba to? Wala naman nangyayari. Parang same-same lang naman. But hindi naging rason yun para pabayaan ko yung health ko and yung sarili ko. Ngayon 34 na ako, nakikita ko. I don't really get tired. My energy is still like before. Yung work na nilalagay natin sa isang bagay, minsan hindi natin siya nakikita instantly. Minsan it takes time. Minsan ibang tao nakikita. So for me, do it because you have to do it. Either way, ano maging resulta? Show up, be consistent, and discipline yourself. Either may motivation or wala. Kasi yung motivation, mawawala yan eh. But what will stick with you is your discipline. For life yun. Once you discipline yourself, it will be always with you. And the more consistent you are, the more doors will open for you without you realizing na nag-open na pala yung door kasi pinagtrabahuan yun na siya. Number 9 is you can do anything but not everything. Always focus. May mga paniniwala na pwede tayo mag-multitasking. Yes, maybe. But I believe in life, we can have everything but not at the same time. So noong 20s ko, I was working, building Access Travel, my branding, other businesses pa. But noong 30s, I decided to have a private life, to create my home, to create Angeli outside Access Travel, to create something else. Kasi nga na-realize ko na hindi lang pala work you buhay. And you are allowed to change. And if you wanted to do something before, nagbago na yun ngayon, that is okay. Buong buhay ko, akala ko Access Travel lang yung patatakbuhin ko. Kala ko yun na yung buhay ko. Wala na ako ibang alam. Then nagbago along the way. Parang before, yung plan ko was to finish all the countries in the world before 35. Then along the way, nag-segue ako. Na-realize ko, gusto ko magkaroon ng life. Gusto ko magkaroon ng steady life or routine. Nag-move ako ng Spain. Bigla ako nagkaroon ng pangarap na gusto ko maging European. Gusto ko magkaroon ng Spanish passport. So, hindi naman nag-stop yung first dream ko. It's just I can't do everything all together. Kasi for me to get my Spanish passport, kailangan ko tumira sa Spain ng 6 months. That means madidelay yung first dream ko na gusto ko matapos all the countries in the world at 35. So realize ko, sige move ko yon ng 45. So meron akong in-between na mga 15 years, mag-asawa, mag-anak, bumalik ng bahay, magkaroon ng Spanish passport, etc., etc. Dinelay ko lang siya a little bit, but it doesn't mean nag-stop na yung dream kong yon. Or even mawala yung dream na yon. I'm okay with it. Kasi parang it comes pala with maturity. You accept na dreams change, your goals also change. And of course, your life will also change pag nagbago yung goals nyo and yung environment nyo as well. Number 10 is, if you want to make the wrong decision, ask everyone. Diba? Like ko sinasabi, matigas ulo ko, di ako nakikinig sa mga tao. Eto na nga yung exactly sinasabi ko. The more you ask people, nako-contaminate yung decision-making skills nyo. And yung decision na gusto nyo talagang gawin, nasisira talaga siya. Kasi instead of you focusing on yourself, your life, your decision, your principles, your values, wala, nahahaluan siya ng iba. So, hindi na kayo focus, diba? Hindi na kayo sharp na, eto gusto ko, eto yung mangyayari. Kaya, it's okay to ask people, but don't let external voices change your decision and what you actually want to do with your life. Number 11, those who don't move won't notice their change. So, comfort zone to. Maraming perspective yung comfort zones eh. Kasi may natutunan ako dyan kay Dr. Kiliman Guru. Okay lang daw mag-grow within your comfort zone. Yes, natutunan ko yon kasi yung Spain naging comfort zone ko. And Access Travel, my business is my comfort zone. But yung change, madami eh. Diba? Pwede hindrance sa mga tao na kapaligid sa inyo. If hindi kayo gagawa ng change yung pinag-uusapan dito na you have to move to notice ano ba yung mga chains na nagsusurround sa inyo. Kasi if hindi kayo gagalaw, if hindi kayo gagawa ng moves to change, wala. Doon na kayo sa comfort zone nyo. Honestly, I'm not against comfort zones naman if may growth within your comfort zone. But if you comfort zone yun ay nagiging hindrance na magkaroon na something great or a breakthrough in your life, maybe it's time na pag-isipan natin to have even tiny movements para hindi tayo magkaroon ng change sa sarili nating buhay. Number 12 is, it's okay to live a life most people don't understand. Ito yung favorite ko sa lahat. I've always lived a very different life. Kasi ayoko sumunod sa societal maps. Life is too short. Kung susundin ko lang yung mapa na ginawa, 'di ba? Hindi ko nga alam kailan ginawa yung map na yun eh. For me, the most important question I ask myself is, am I happy with this? If I'm not happy with this, I don't want it. And I don't need it. Yun lang yun. Ganun kasimple lang siya. If we live our lives trying to explain to people our decisions, our values, who we are, what we want to be, wala. Magugulat na lang tayo, nag-pass by na yung life, tapos na. Wala na tayong nagawa, di na natin na-enjoy kasi we were so busy explaining our lives to others. At the end of the day, we should always remind ourselves that our time here is very short. Minsan nga nagugulat ako, 34 na ako eh. Parang tingin ko sa sarili ko, 24 lang ako. Ganun lang. Parang ang bilis dumaan ng buhay. And I'm sure, pagdating ko na 44, ganun din sasabihin ko. The secret talaga is, for me, to always approach things na parang bata ka pa. Ganun. Kasi life itself will always remind you na parang you're never too old to try something new, to do something new. Ako yung perspective ko dyan. I don't look back na, oh my God, nung dati 17 lang ako. My perspective is, okay, I'm gonna live for 95, ganyan, hanggang 95, and 34 pa lang ako. So, ang haba pa ng buhay. Madami pa akong oras, ganon. Parang, na-realize mo, perspective lang pala. Life is all about perspective. If we focus on the bad things, those things will grow. And when we focus on the good things, yun yung mag-grow. Same with perspectives, our thoughts, and everything na nilalagay natin sa mind natin. Number 13 is, if someone could only see your actions and not hear your words, what would they say your priorities are? So, with this, actions always speak louder than words. Yun na yun. Always believe in actions. Always provide actions. Yung words kasi mabilis lang yan eh. Yung actions, yung nag-make ng difference. Either sa sarili natin or sa ibang tao. Kunyari, meron kayo tinatry na date na someone and wala namang actions for words. Alam nyo na ano yung priorities nila. And same with yourself or sa akin. If puro ako salita, may dreams ako, gusto ko lumipat ng Spain, ano pa? Gusto ko mag-aral abroad, gusto ko magkaroon ng European passport, gusto ko magkaroon ng gandang residency, or gusto ko magkaroon ng slow life, pero wala naman akong actions na ginagawa. So dun pa lang, malalaman na yung priorities ko. So isipin nyo na lang, parang reputation to eh. So the actions that you put out there, ano yung pinapakita nyo na nagawa nyo na, yun yung pinapaniwalaan ng mga tao kasi wala naman nakarinig ng words natin eh. I've made a lot of mistakes na ganito, na putting something out there, tapos wala namang context. This is just a different example lang. Of course, people will misinterpret my message kasi hindi naman nila alam yung context eh, right? Very basic example na lang to na social media. So when we put something out there, maraming meanings yan pagdating sa mga tao. So yun lang yung naririnig nila kasi hindi naman nila alam yung context. So I'm just trying to give another example lang. Number 14 is, you can't have a new reality with an old mentality, diba? If your mentality is parang dati pa din, nung kunyari 25 years old kayo, and 34 na kayo ngayon, like me, wala talaga magbabago. For you to change your reality, you have to change your mentality first. Basic example na lang tayo, you want to lose weight. For whatsoever, kunyari kakasal na kayo, or may pinaghahandaan kayo, may run kayo, or gusto nyo lang maging healthy, gusto nyo lang magkaroon ng healthy choices. Pero yung mentality nyo is parang masarap kumain eh. Or, naririnig ko to lagi sa mga tao, bakit pa ako magda-diet? Eh, I will only live once. Eh, mamamatay din naman ako. So, we have to first change our mentality. Kailangan, feeling ko siguro, yung mentality natin sa ganong scenario. Parang gusto ko tumandang healthy, gusto ko marami ako magawa, gusto ko mabuhat ko pa rin yung gamit ko, gusto ko mabuhat ko yung mga anak ko, yung mga things like that. Para magbago yung reality natin. Siguro another example is, gusto nyo mag-change ng job, pero feeling nyo hindi nyo deserve, or di nyo kakayanin yung bagong challenge, or masyado na kayo naging comfortable dun sa current job nyo. So, if yung mentality nyo is ganon, never din magbabago reality nyo. I've heard a lot of stories na ganito na hindi sila masaya sa buhay nila, gusto nila ng change, pero wala naman sila binabago dun sa routine nila, di ba? For you to change your reality, first, it starts with your mentality. Last, but not the least, very important, very, very simple, no risk, no story. Parang someone told me once, Angeli, sometimes I don't like you. Sabi ko, bakit? Anong ginawa ko? Sabi niya, you are a risk taker. Sabi ko, okay. And kakilala ko to ha. Kasi daw, pinapaalala ko sa kanya na hindi siya nagtitake ng risk. Kaya wala siyang good story to tell. So sabi ko sa kanya, maybe I am a reminder, walking reminder for you, if ganun yung tingin mo sa akin, na you should start taking risks. Kasi our whole life is a risk. Paano natin malalaman what's waiting for us on the other side if we are not willing to take risks and if we are not willing to try new things? So a story, a good story ng life natin, manggagaling lang yan sa risks. So kayo na mag-define what are the risks you are willing to take for you to write your own great extraordinary story. Of course, that starts with your own definition of extraordinary. Your definition ko is probably not your definition. Okay? It's very important for us to have definitions for everything. Ano ba yung success for me? Good story for me? Failure for me? And the list goes on. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Spotify and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. That's it. Bye. Adios.